Luna. So, I have Assistant Mayor Bellwether here from Zootopia that I drew. I drew her in Photoshop and printed it at a low opacity so I could just get the faint idea of where she is. But I thought that I would just do one of those draw with me videos. I don't know how people feel about the draw with me things. I know that some people really like them. For me, it's kind of like it has to be a certain situation where I need to sit in one spot for a good half hour. So if that's the case, if that's what you're looking for, then this is for you. So I'm just going to try to do this as much in real time. I might skip ahead because every once in a while there will be some dead air that I really have nothing to say, and you know, oh no, I already screwed up. Oh my god. This is bad news. This is bad news. Let me just do this real quick and see if I can fix it. So I already made a mistake. Panic, panic. I meant to go in with this lighter one. Let's see if that blends out. Man, I'm off to a good start, am I not? Okay. So I got a new Copic. This one is E000 Pale Fruit Pink. I already have Fruit Pink, but I wanted a lighter version. So this is it. Okay, that's actually blending out. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Well, as long as we got off to that kind of a start. So if you haven't already and you'd like to, pause this video and go make a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and get yourself settled in. Maybe you're working on something and you just need some background noise to focus on and every once in a while glance at. It's like super windy out. I have this thing in the back of my house. I think it's the one of the meters for something like electricity or something. And it has this little tag that has a metal thing on it and it squeaks. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but it rubs up against the metal hook that it's sitting on and it just squeaks like all day long outside of my office. So I'm gonna like wrap it in tape or something to get rid of that squeaking noise because it drives me nuts. Okay. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie yet. This is from the movie Zootopia. This is Assistant Mayor Bellwether. I saw this last weekend. Justin and I went and saw it. And my thoughts are, I liked it. You know, Disney always does a good job. The story was cute. I thought that the character design was like phenomenal. I thought that the texturing of like their fur and the fact that the characters actually wore different outfits all the time. Like I actually think this character I read somewhere that she had 6 different outfits throughout the movie, which is really unusual for animated movies to do that because it's really hard. I don't know if anyone knows this, but I actually went to college for animation, so I have a degree in computer animation, and my husband used to work at an animation company, and he graduated with an animation degree too, so this kind of stuff matters a lot to us. We actually really closely pay attention to things like texturing and modeling and all that stuff. So this movie definitely hit the mark with that. My only complaint really was that it did one of those things. It wasn't a long movie at all, but it did one of those things where the movie feels like it's wrapping up and it's like almost done, and then it's like not at all. You know, like it feels long even though it wasn't, and I don't really like when movies do that. This is the new color I got too, B39 Prussian Blue, because Assistant Mayor Bellwether wears this little blazer all the time. It's like super cute. Her outfits are so cute. Well, this is a dark color. I'm trying to not cover up my own lines that I made. She's holding on to a binder because she's always holding on to filing and running around and helping out the mayor. I actually drew this a few days ago, but the sun keeps it's been so crappy outside that it's been so dark in my office, it's not even worth trying to film. For some reason our spare bedroom gets a crap ton of light, but I don't really have anywhere to film in there, so I just waited for the sun to come out. In other news, I think I might need to get a new printer, which really sucks. I went a little too far down there. in an average, like in a normal situation, a printer should really only last you about 5 years, like your typical desktop printer, you know? So I guess that makes sense because I've basically had to replace my printer about once every year, and they're not even that expensive. But it makes sense because I print like full sheets of ink on a daily basis. I should just bite the bullet and go get a new one today. So that's part of the thing on my to-do list. Okay, for her skirt, she has like a, what's the name of that texture? Houndstooth? That's the only one I could find online that like I could try to see if I could mimic, but you could like barely see it. So I was just gonna make like a plaid kind of thing. Let me see. And I was gonna try to just go over. This is kind of risky. So I'm taking this color, this yellow green, which is super vibrant, and it's not the one that I'm gonna stick with, but I'm gonna try to mute it down by adding other shades of blue. So we'll see how this goes. I think if I work quickly, it'll work out okay. Or it'll just be a big disaster, but either way, we'll figure it out. Okay, what else is going on? So Luna's fat. We took her to the vet, and I was given a nice lecture about how she needs to lose some weight. And I mean, don't we all kind of need to lose some weight? Shedding for summer, you know what I mean? Her little report card like was kind of like harsh. It was like she's gained a significant amount of weight, and so now she's on a diet, I guess, and we'll just see how that goes. Wow, that's dark. I think this will lighten up if I go over it again with some more of this BG23. I think I can fix it. It's sort of lightening up. I'm kind of losing all of my lines though. Let's switch back. Try to bring some of that lighter shade back in. I'm gonna go crosswise because I'm seeing some streaks. You see how when you start layering, it starts bringing in some of the lighter colors? That's what we want. Alright, see how it's starting to come back? It's not too bad. Not too bad. And if I could see where some of the skirt like billows up, that's where we want to go lighter here. Maybe it's higher here. And then we'll go back through with darker and start to go down in into the folds of her skirt a little more. And actually, I can use this new color too. I just went for a neutral gray, so it's just straight up called neutral gray, N0. And what I found about this so far is that it sort of like lightens things a lot. We'll try to get that to kind of make it a little less yellowy. Then I'm gonna go back with this darker blue, bring out some of the darker spots. And switch back. Do some light shading. Okay, I think I'm done screwing around with that for a little bit. Alright. So, as long as this is dried a little bit, I'm gonna keep trying to pull in some darker shading while I can. For her wool, I'm actually just gonna go in with this neutral gray again and just kind of randomly put in some fluff. She's a pretty basic character, like there's not a whole lot going on to her, which is what I really like about her. Let's see. I think I had mentioned before that I had bought this camera that I was going to try to use for vlogging kind of stuff. And I think I've come to the conclusion that I need to sell it again. I just got it, but I got it off, like, I bought it used, and it was $70, and the camera actually retails for much, much more than that. So I was like, I knew it was kind of a risk, and my problem was that when you're recording video, it picks up so much noise. It's like terrible. So then I was like, well, I could buy like an external microphone and just kind of work with that. Then I was trying to shoot when it was kind of like today in the room, like a little dimmer, and the quality just wasn't there. Then it was like, well, now it's only going to work in really well lit areas in situations where you don't need to hear the sound. So then it was just getting too narrow of chances of being able to use it. So I think I'm just going to try to sell it, and I'm sure it actually works out perfectly fine for like someone who's just looking to take pictures. But for what I was trying to do, like, it's just not going to work out. This is the new one too. It's called Sky B24, and I'm going to use it for her binder. I can't see my lines. Oops, got a little on her hands. This is a nice color. I'll just fill that in. That's supposed to be like a little rectangle thing, I think. Aside from her fingertips, which I think I'm going to use a little bit of this lavender and then try to quickly blend it out. Because she does have a little bit of purple hue at the bottom of her feet and hands. Man, that seems kind of harsh. Hopefully that blends out. Okay, we'll just try up here in the meantime while we wait for it to meld together. Alright, still looking pretty harsh. I'm gonna go in with this darker fruit paint and see if that'll help make it a little smoother a blend. Man, I'm like murdering her feet here. I think for her eyes, I'm just gonna straight up use this dark gray. For her outline, this is like the closest thing that I've got. It's a little dark, but it'll do. Those of you who sell on Etsy, if you do, have you heard about like the new changes that they've got? Because I'm sort of kind of worried about Etsy these days. I guess they've been trying to do a whole bunch of like little new things, and a result of that is that people are really seeing either drops of sales or increases in sales in their shop. And like, at least so far in March, my sales seem to have been down. But I don't know. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. This is a normal time too, where like people aren't usually looking to buy a lot of stuff anyways. I always said I would like it if like Etsy wasn't like one of my bigger sources of income, but like not right now. I mean, like, I'll need some more time to figure things out first, you know what I mean? I think that this was supposed to be, what is that supposed to be? I think that's supposed to be this dark blue, this spot here. I think I missed it. And a little bit up here too. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this sky blue and kind of go over some of this areas of it. Oh my god, I'm going outside the lines. All right, now let's try to do the lines for this. Wow, I don't think that's the right shade of blue to be using. Let me switch. That doesn't seem right. I'm gonna use this one. Hopefully that works out a little better. I think that's a little closer. I'm gonna fill this spot in a little bit. I need to do her, well, I gotta finish this, but I need to do her skirt too. I gotta figure out what kind of color I want to use for that. Also, she's wearing a shirt under here too. I think it has polka dots on it, so I'm just gonna do it and see how it goes. Do her book. That should work. Or her binder, I guess it is. And then here, I think, is where that little rectangle is. For her pages, I'm gonna go in with this lighter gray again. Add the ring for the binder. I had to stop because my phone got full, so I had to like export this video and do all that fun stuff. One of these days, I'll get a camera that can be capable of doing more. Derp. Oh, you know what I forgot? Is to go through and give her little fluffy lines. Okay, I don't want to lose track of where I was going, but I kind of forgot what I was doing before I started. I think that my plan was to figure out what to do about her skirt. So, let's see. I wonder how this will... Okay, so this is like a dark green. And I'm just going to go through and create some lines to do like a plaid type design here. My heat just kicked on. And I'll do her outline too, maybe in green, if this will allow me to. It's not too bad. Sure. And then... This is hard because I have no idea where these lines should be going. Goes up there and I'll put a little here. I'm just kind of following the shading that I did to know where it dips in and where it goes out. I think that works out. Ta-da! I think that's okay. Yes. So she needs her glasses. She had these big honking glasses and they were so cute. This is a little nerve-wracking. Those are pretty funny. Those look like, you know, like those old 70s glasses that had the top was like wooden, the bottom was just plain glass. Okay, that went better than I thought it would. Let me give her the little rim. Oh, I forgot her eyebrows. And I go in, I guess, for her stitches, and then she's pretty much done. Okay. This is the fun part. I'll go in for her coat and put some stuff in. Go over her shadow again with this gray, just to bring it out a little bit. Okay, and I think I want to go through with a little bit of this yellow. I just kind of like to put this in, I don't know, almost everything that I do really, just because it helps bring in a little bit of warmth. Except for there, that looks terrible. Oh my gosh. This is a disaster. I gotta stop grabbing that wrong color. Okay. Crisis averted. Man, that was a close one. Hang on. This is really important. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think that is it for Assistant Mayor Bellwether from Zootopia. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a suggestion for future drawings in the comment section below because I'm always looking for new ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!